Hey y'all, it's Kay from the Literary Apothecary, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another reading vlog. So today we're going to be talking about Book 2 in the Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin. This is A Clash of Kings, this series also known as Game of Thrones. I just started this audiobook a couple days ago. I need to go back and reread the prologue because it was so long and I was so tired. I didn't catch everything that happened, and I'm told this is an epic prologue, so I really need to go back and reread that. So where we're at now, Arya has run off. She's trying to get back to Winterfell. Sansa is still with Joffrey and Cersei. They held a tournament in honor of Joffrey's name day, and Tyrion has shown up with a guard, a big group of men. They had a funny interaction. One of Joffrey's younger sisters told Tyrion she's glad he wasn't dead because they were all told that Tyrion was dead. And she said, "I'm glad you're not dead." And he said, "We think the same." So that made me laugh. Yeah, Tyrion is trying to convince Cersei et al. That he should be the Hand of the King. So yeah, that's where we're at now. Sorry, it's very early. I am here for a work event that I have to work. Today's the last long day of this event. It's like 6:30 in the morning and I'm tired and I haven't had enough coffee yet. But that's it for now. I'll check in soon. Oh yeah, my voice. So I'm dealing with allergies. It's been warmer here than normal. Everything's blooming earlier than normal and the pollen is out, and I'm dealing with all sorts of post-nasal drip stuff and stuff going on. So it's not fun, especially working long hours, but we'll get through it. So in A Clash of Kings, we finally get to see at least the beginning of that partnership between Tyrion and Varys that I really liked. That's one of the things I remember most from the TV show. So we got an entire chapter of it, basically. Well, I guess half a chapter of it. And I'm really excited to see that in the text and all the nuances that George R.R. Martin puts in here in that partnership. Not really friendship, at least not yet. But I'm excited to see where that goes. So, Clash of Kings. Two quick notes. We've just spent a bunch of time with the Greyjoys. I really do not like Theon. He seems like a complete douche and an ass. Love Asha. She is kick-ass, and I think I remember her from the show, and she was kick-ass also there. So, yeah, that was just a quick check-in. My brain is in a bit of a fog today, so that I've read through lots, but I don't have a lot of thoughts on it because of brain fog. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm about 42% through. According to the audiobook, this is what it looks like in the mass paperback edition. Little less than halfway, so yeah. Okay, so big check-in for A Clash of Kings. So I am now up to about 80% of this book. I am very close to the end. First we've got Theon Greyjoy has taken over Winterfell while Robb Stark is out trying to recruit for war. We've got Stannis Baratheon's other brother, I forget his name, not Robert, because Robert was already dead in book 1, but the other brother that they were worried about, he's been killed. We don't know who killed him yet. Arya is at Harrenhal, disguised as a boy still, but there are a few that know she is
a girl. And what else? Jon is on the hunt for his missing uncle still up in the north, and Sansa has gotten her first period. She has matured now. And she has this very quick but almost sweet conversation with Cersei at the end of her chapter. So Cersei kind of tells her what all of this is becoming. She knows that this means that she's now, quote, mature and ready to marry Joffrey and have his kids. Um, Cersei says that, Catelyn should have had this conversation with her. Sansa says that she did, but she didn't realize it was going to be like this. She didn't know it was going to be quite so messy. And then Cersei says, and this is a quote that I wrote down, because it just, hold on, my bookmark is falling out. It just strikes so true about life for a woman at this stage, especially. A woman's life is 9 parts mess to 1 part magic. You'll learn that soon enough. And the parts that look like magic often turn out to be the messiest of all. And that is definitely so true. And this is a different moment here because we get kind of almost the softer side to Cersei. We see kind of that motherly side to Cersei that we haven't seen a whole lot of here. We know what she's done for her kids, partly her own power as queen regent. But this is a rare, actually motherly moment we get with Cersei. And so far, I don't have a lot of feelings about Cersei besides, the normal Lannisters. We don't like the Lannisters. But I remember in the show, she was definitely a character I loved to hate. She was played so well in that show. That actress, I don't remember her name, but she did such a great job in that show. And that's before I even knew like what Cersei was supposed to be like from the books. So I am really excited to see more of Cersei. So I just finished A Clash of Kings Book 2 in A Song of Ice and Fire, and y'all, this book was so good. This ending was amazing. Like, so much happens. So, Tywin Lannister, the father of Cersei and Tyrion and Jaime, comes and, quote, saves them all. There's a huge fight that breaks out. Tyrion gets caught in this battle somehow. There's fire around him, and then the next Tyrion chapter that we have of him, he's woken up with bandages all over his face. He's got a slash going diagonal from his left eye down to his right chin, completely torn up. That's when he learns that his father came and saved them all and is now functioning as the hand to the king, has taken Tyrion's spot. Ramsay Bolton shows up at Winterfell and kind of teams up with Theon Greyjoy. What else? Arya runs away again, this time from Harrenhal. And then Jon Snow has to surrender to the wildlings. His dire wolf sees something with the wildlings. They've found something. So one of their men has gone back to the wall to report this. Jon had to slew his friend and has surrendered to the wildlings. And then the last chapter is with Bran, and this is such a sad ending to the book. Winterfell is sacked, it's burning, everyone is dead. Bran and Hodor and Rickon and Hodor's mom and someone else, another woman, they're all hiding out in the crypts. And then they go out and see that everything is burnt down, everyone is dead. They find Maester Luwin dying. And one second, I've just got to find. So one last quote for this book. This is like 3 pages from the end. Tears filled Bran's eyes. When a man was hurt, you took him to the maester. But what could you do when your maester was hurt? And that is like the first time where I find Bran to be not interesting per se, but find sympathy with him. So now we've finished book 2 in a Clash of Kings. My initial reaction is to give this 4.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was really good, well written, but there was a lot of sex in here, a lot more than I remembered there being in A Game of Thrones. So yeah, I think I liked A Game of Thrones just a slightly teach bit more than Clash of Kings. But again, I really, really enjoyed this book. So well done. Next month, I will probably take a break and get through some more of my TBR and then pick up book 3 next month in April. And I'll be back again with another reading vlog for this series, for the Books My Boyfriend Gave Me series. I'm so glad that Jon talked me into buying this series from McKay's because I am loving it. It might become one of my favorite series ever. Definitely one of my favorite fantasy series ever. So I can't wait to see where it goes from here. But that's it for now, and keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.